Welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion. Today I'm playing Cap versus Madam Hydra. Now I can hear you saying, Brian, that doesn't make sense. Madam Hydra is not a villain. And you are correct. However, this is my new quote-unquote game mode for Marvel Champions called Legacy. Let's read the rules that are in the PDF, which I have linked down below. Choose a unique minion and set it aside. I have chosen Madam Hydra because Madam Hydra won my poll. The remainder of that minion's encounter set, standard and 2 to 4 additional encounter sets of your choice for theme, difficulty, etc. make up the encounter deck. So, this encounter deck has the rest of Legions of Hydra. It has Hydra Patrol, Hydra Assault, Weapon Master, and one randomly chosen experimental weapon. Main 1A, My Legacy, has some flavor text. After watching you defeat their boss, the minions saw their chance to make their own legacy and declared, I will defeat them when all others have failed. That kind of sets the scene. This minion turned villain has the sole purpose of defeating you who defeated their boss. Setup. Put the set-aside minion into play. I've done that. Attach the villain to them, overconfident side face up. Put the recruitment camp environment into play. And put 2 recruit counters on it. Then we're going to flip. This has a forced interrupt. When this stage would be completed, do each of the following instead. Remove all threat from here. As a group, the players take indirect damage equal to the number of recruit counters on recruitment camp. And what that is doing thematically is when she completes the scheme, all of her recruits go out and attack. Remove all recruit counters from recruitment camp. That's because they are defeated after their attack. Let's look at the villain attachment. This is the overconfident side. Permanent attached character loses the minion type, gets +6 per person HP or +10 per person HP on expert mode, and I am playing on expert. Expert is also in the encounter deck, and gains the villain type and villainous. It has a forced interrupt. When the attached character would be defeated, reset to their printed HP instead, then flip this card. This card flips to +1 scheme, +1 attack. Permanent attached character loses minion type. Again, gets +10 HP or +12 per player HP on expert mode. And gains villain type, villainous, and retaliate 1. On expert mode, the attached character also gains steady, stalwart if they already had steady. The recruitment camp is a permanent. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 2 per player's recruit counters here. It has a hero action. If there are no enemies with guard in play, make a basic attack against recruitment camp with a character you control. Remove recruit counters from here equal to the damage dealt. Now, I didn't put a limit on it because I think the limiting factor is going to be your allies' hit points. Because it's a basic attack, you are still taking consequential damage. So that was an intentional choice to not have a limit and make this a basic attack. And thematically what you're doing is you're attacking the camp, defeating some of the recruits there, and if you're an ally, you're taking some consequential damage from that. So that is set up. Let's shuffle Cap and see what his opening hand is. I love to see a double. Ooh, and that. All right. Double's going to pay for that. I think I'm going to get rid of all of this. I'm also going to mulligan Cap's shield because I can get that with my setup. So let's get a good ally here. Innovation is fun. Goliath. Ironheart may be the one I play. Hawkeye may be the one I play. All right, now we do the setup and find Cap's shield. Let's do 2 for Serum. Use Serum to play Shield. Now I do have a choice here with my allies. This can pay for Ironheart since I reduced the cost of the first ally played by 1. Ironheart draws me a card, and if that's a double, I can also play Hawkeye. Or I can just play Hawkeye. It's actually kind of a tough choice. And Goliath is so good. I could play Goliath, and if I had to get ready, I could deal 10 damage this turn. Let's use Goliath to play Ironheart, who draws me a card. Flip up. Fearless Determination doesn't help me right now because I don't have any threat, but it will turn into another card, which could be a double. So let's get me to 3 thwart and draw a card. Make the call is not what I wanted. I'm going to make a basic attack here and attack here. Let's ready. I am going to get rid of make the call, but keep the other 2. One goes on the main, and when it does, 2 goes on recruitment camp. She is attacking, and Ironheart will defend. That is 2, 3. Ironheart is gone, and I draw 1 encounter card. The villain attacks. Let's defend this for 3 with Retaliate. 2, 3. I take no damage. She takes 1 from Retaliate. Now 3. I think I'd love to have Hawkeye, but I might put Mockingbird in for the stun. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 for Mockingbird. Mockingbird stuns. Going to thwart 1 here. I'm going to spend Innovation, which heals her, to play Mission Leader. This costs 1 less if you have the Soldier trait. It's ready. Another Serum is great. 1 goes on, so 2 goes on there. Madam Hydra can't attack. And if I had Hawkeye in, that would have helped there. So let's do 2 for a Serum. Man, I put that in the wrong place. I hate losing Steve's apartment, but I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 for Cable. Cable is going to attack here. Mockingbird is going to attack and defeat it. And Cap is going to make an attack there to take out 2 recruits. It's ready. A call for backup is great. Cable is going to draw me a card. All right. 1 goes on, so 2 goes on. Madam Hydra is attacking, and I'll block. That's 2, 3. Madam Hydra defeats Mockingbird. Get 1 encounter card. Villain Schemes, that's a little scary. 2, 3, 4. That goes up to 6 of 8. Let's use a serum to play Call for Backup, which has 3. Cap will take 2 of it. Cable will clear it. After Cable thwarts and defeats a side scheme, draw a card. Mission Leader will also draw me a card. So that draws me 2. Cable is defeated, and then I get to go find an ally and put them into play. Did I have a get ready? I mean, Nick Fury is the one I like to get at this point, but I'm going to put Goliath into play. I'm going to use Goliath's action to give them +4 attack. I'm going to attack for 5. 2 consequential. I'm going to get ready, which readies them. This is still into phase. I'm going to attack for 5 more. Takes him down, or her down, to a total of 4. That does defeat Goliath. Then I'm going to make the call for 2/4 for Goliath. Goliath still has +4 attack. So I could knock Goliath out. But I also need to thwart. This is tough because I really do need to thwart some of this off. No, I don't. Goliath still has 4. He's going to attack the camp. Because even if this pops now, I don't take any damage. Well, I will take a little bit of damage. Let's ready cap and thwart 2 off of here. Let's ready. One goes on, which means 2 goes on. I can do that again. So here I'm going to defend. She's attacking for 2/3. I take no damage. She takes a retaliate. 1 encounter card. Quick strike. I'm just going to take that 3, or that 2. And they take a retaliate. All right. Action to give Goliath +4 attack. Defeats Madam Hydra. When defeated, reset. Flip this. Now, because I'm on heroic, because I'm on expert, 2 things happen. +12 HP. Villain type, villainous, retaliate 1, and steady. Now, Goliath is gone. I'm going to ready and attack here. And, well, I've got all 3 of my heroic strikes in hand. That's unfortunate. 1, 2, 3 for heroic strike. Deal 6 and stun, but steady. And let's ready. Oh, I do have a shield block. So 1 goes on, which means 2 goes on here. Attacking for 3. I did take a retaliate because of retaliate 1 now. Attacking for 3. And I am not going to defend. 3, an undefended attack, discard a support I control. I have no supports. So 3's coming at me. There is the retaliate. I shield block. I have to return that to hand and prevent all the damage. 1 encounter card. In sight 1. That is getting close. So let's use Serum for shield. And I wonder when that retaliate actually happens, because this was returned to hand. So I'm just going to leave that. I'm not going to give the retaliate. I'm not sure about the timing there. 1, 2, 3 for a heroic strike. Deal 6 and stun. Now, really stunned, I take another retaliate. I'm about to lose this, so I'm going to attack for 2 here. Ditch that to ready and attack for 2 more. Maria Hill looks nice, although there isn't going to be any threat on here in just a moment. 1 goes on. After that goes on, this happens. When it is completed, remove all threat here. I take 2 indirect damage, and then these counters come off. Madam Hydra cannot attack. He attacks for 2. And I am going to defend it just so I don't take that damage. Then I get 1 encounter card. Place threat on each side scheme in play. If there are none, discard until I get 1. Oh, that's awful. That's really terrible. So, when revealed, right now it has 3. If Madam Hydra is not in play, I would search for her. Place 2 additional threat here for each Hydra enemy in play. This goes up to 7, and she cannot take damage while this is out. So Agent 13 and Maria Hill come in real handy now. Let's do that for Maria Hill, who draws me a card. She's going to take 2 off of here. 1, 2, 3. Actually, this would shuffle before those go into discard. And actually, yeah, we'll just use those. This would have been shuffled as well. Agent 13 comes in. After she enters play, remove 2 from a scheme. Then she is going to thwart 2. And you know what? I am going to, instead of using that make the call, I'm going to use 1 there so I can hold on to make the call so that I can discard it and ready and thwart 2. This draws me a card. And I'm tapped out. Can't really do anything else. But this is clear, so I might float down. Help me pay for Goliath on the way up for the win. So yeah, let's float down and then ready. One goes on and 2 goes on here. Scheming for 3, 4. This goes up to 5. Schemes for 1. It goes up to 6. And I get 2 encounter cards. That's a guard. And uh-oh, there is an advance. Scheming for 2, 3. This goes up to 9. I remove them. I take 2 indirect damage. Let's take 1 there. And We'll take the other on Maria Hill. And then those go away. I only have to deal 6 damage. And that will be easy. 1, 2, 3 for Goliath. Let's flip up. Take an action to give Goliath +4 attack. Attack for 5. Takes 1 retaliate and then 2 consequential. Let's back that up. Defeats this guard and puts that in. Then I go down swinging and throw Goliath here. And she is going to knock out this regular just for funsies and be defeated. And I attack for 2. So that is Legacy. It's not meant to be super difficult. It's just a fun way to, shuffle up some mod sets and turn a minion into a villain, which adds way more villains to the game. I like it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is linked in the description and in the comments. So download it, print it, cut out these cards, and sleeve them. Again, thanks for watching, and hope you have a marvelous day.